Sound check, mic check. I think I'm audible na. So, greetings everyone. Welcome to our podcast today where we tackle and explore all about dynamic Philippinism and its insights. I'm your host, Rico Gonzalez, and I'm with
Sean Lauren. And for today's podcast episode, we have six guests that will join us, and they are.
Marcus Kyle Blanca, Lawrence Rustin Maglambayan, Ralph Allen Bukaw, Prince Cedric Venson, Ivan Rain Almodin, and Joshua Isaac Santos. So without further ado, let's get straight to the point of this podcast.
Wait lang. Before that, we would like to give sincere acknowledgement to our professor here in National course. Thank you, sir. Okay, let's get right back to the topic.
All right, so I would like to ask some of you about dynamic Philippinism, but have you ever heard of that word? Kung oo man or hindi, the question is, what can you say about it?
And also, don't be shy and worried to answer because your own opinion matters. There's nothing wrong with it naman. Anyway, shall we start? Kahit sino pwede mauna.
May we call on Lawrence Madlangbayan first?
Hello po. So dynamic Philippinism, it sounds complex, 'di ba? Pero it's actually very simple. It just means that being Filipino isn't just about old traditions or fixed beliefs. Instead, it's something that grows and changes, parang tao lang. As Filipinos, we've gone through a lot. Colonization, migration, and other trends. Dynamic Philippinism says that we adapt to it. But nandun pa rin yung pinaka-core value natin. Parang bayanihan natin, pakikipagkapwa natin, at yung utang na loob natin. So it's about being proud of our culture while also being open to change. It's the Filipino identity that moves with the time. So that's dynamic Philippinism in a nutshell. Thank you.
Alright. Alright, thank you Madlangbayan. What about Bukaw?
Hello. Ayun, so nasabi niya na lahat pero dadagdagan ko na rin. Yung dynamic Philippinism ay parang siya yung bumubuo sa ating mga Pilipino sa pagkakakilanlan, gawa sa pagmamalasakit, lalo na sa ating mga kapwa, ganun. Tapos, syempre sa pagpapahalaga din sa ating ating mga kultura, ganun. Pakikilahok din sa mga nangyayari dito sa ating bansa. Ayun lang.
Thank you, Bukaw. May we call on Blanca?
Hello. So yun nga, katulad ng nasabi ng dalawa, dynamic Philippines is like guiding philosophy na nag-highlight sa important of finest traits ng mga Pilipino like values and spiritual beliefs. And it seeks to interrogate these core elements with contemporary education and responsible relationship for strong sense of patriotism and deep cultural identity.
Base dun sa mga sinagot ninyo, okay. Sobrang accurate naman. Dagdag ko lang, pero ito ay more on summarization lang din talaga doon sa mga sinabi nyo. Bale, ang lang naman, ang dynamic Philippinism ay continue siya, development, and application ng para sa ating mga Pinoy sa tradition natin. Meaning kung saang henerasyon man tayo, yung kultura at tradition ay mananatili pa rin sa atin dahil nasa dugo natin yung mga Pinoy.
Correct me if I'm wrong. May naisip kasi akong example. What if yung mga teachers or students gumagamit ng media platforms tulad ng Google or TikTok para pag-aralan nila yung baybayin or mga related Philippine culture? Does it consider as dynamic Philippinism ba?
Yes, partner. Tama ka dyan. Dahil yung media platforms ay modern tool ngayon at ginagamit siya for studying Philippine culture and traditions. Yun yung matatawag natin na dynamic Philippinism. Okay? And also, next question naman tayo. Alright? Gusto ko lang i-ask si Venson about sino ba ang who coined the term of dynamic Philippinism?
The term dynamic Philippinism was coined by Camilo Osias, isang kilalang Pilipinong tagapagturo, mambabatas at diplomat. Isa siya sa pinakamalaking naka-impluwensyang tao sa pagbuo ng sistemang pang-edukasyon sa Pilipinas. At itinaguyod niya ang edukasyong hindi lamang nagpaunlad ng talino, kundi pati na rin ang moral at civic character na nakarot sa pagpapahalagang Pilipino.
So, grabe naman yun. Hindi rin ako na-inform na sa kanya pala galing yung salitang yun. There's always a reason to everything na. Ikaw ba, partner? Sa tingin mo, may reason kaya kung bakit ka dito nag-aral sa school na to?
I mean, yes naman. Hindi lang basta-basta ako nag-aral dito sa school na ito dahil trip ko lang. Pasok lang siya sa standards ko, ganun.
Kung sa bagay. But anyway, proceed na tayo sa last part ng ating podcast. So, para short podcast lang muna tayo for today's video. The question is, how do you think dynamic Filipinism of Mr. Camilo Asayos is still relevant to today's generation?
But wait, before that, okay, yung question na ito is parang related lang sa kaninang pinag-uusapan namin ni partner. But I'm sure na may na-cope up na din kayong idea yung mga guests natin ngayon at mas masasurpass pa na ang mga answers natin dito. And what are we waiting for? Whoever wants to go first may do so. And tawagin ko lang si Santos pala is question number 3, okay? Santos, Joshua, Isaac, okay?
Yun, si Osayas. Mahalaga kay Osayas ang education bilang instrumento ng growth at pagiging responsableng citizen. Hindi lang siya nag-focus sa academic learning, kundi pati na rin sa pagtuturo kung paano maging aktibong parte ng ating bansa at ng buong mundo. Ngayon, malaki pa rin ang role ng edukasyon in shaping us into global citizen, mga kabataang may awareness sa kultura nila at sa nangyayari sa ibang bansa. Yun.
Okay, thank you Santos. And last but not the least, hindi pa nag-i-speak dito si Ivan Rain Almaden.
Hello. Relevant pa rin siya today, lalo na sa panahon ng globalization. Kailangan pa rin natin i-balance ang modern at pagiging Pilipino. Dapat i-promote ang sariling wika, culture at produkto habang nag-a-adapt sa global changes. In the end of the day, ang goal natin ay modern pero authentic pa rin. Kaya dapat supportahan natin ang local pag malaki ang Pinoy identity. Yun lang.
So, ayun. Thank you sa mga wonderful answers nyo. Ayun talaga ang pinaka-main point ng dynamic Filipinism. And we must instill it with us. I hope for the future generations, mapanatili pa rin to sa atin.
I'm sure hindi yan mawawala. Tayo pa bang mga Pinoy, kakaiba tayo.
Oo nga naman. But I guess before tayo mag-closing remarks for this podcast, I just want to thank all the guests for giving some time for us to participate and cooperate.
We appreciate you all so much. At least pinatutunan tayo about sa dynamic Filipinism. And masasabi ko lang talaga na ito talaga ang purpose ng podcast sa today's video.
May you all have a blessed day. Stay tuned and don't miss our future episodes. Once again, I'm Sean Lauren.
And I'm Rico Gonzalez. See you on the next episode. Sayonara.